Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Smith here, the Amputee Cyclist. And so today, instead of being on the bicycle and riding past Noah's Ark, which is the biggest animal shelter in Gainesville, we're gonna go inside and have a look at these dogs and cats. Now, usually when I ride by, I hear them all barking, but I don't have a problem with them because they're all contained, you know? And so there's just a lot of really great dogs that have been dumped and abandoned or surrendered, dogs and cats. And so I've been bringing my kids here for years, you know, over 10 years. We come here pretty regularly, and what we do is we pet the cats and dogs and try to help them become tame and more adoptable. And so anyway, I'm gonna take y'all in and let's have a look at it. I'm just decided to videotape it today because it's something we've done for so long, and people they just need to know, I guess, that these dogs are available. So all right, let's go in and have a look at the dogs and cats. Okay, so this is the dog adoption room right here.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, it's pretty loud in here. We're gonna look at each dog. Shy puppy right there. This one, a little bit shy, but not too bad. So yeah, there they all are. Y'all gotten quiet for just a little bit. So loud, so loud. So maybe, let's see if there's any outdoors. Out here they've got an area where they can exercise. Right here, looks like they've just washed it out. It's not so noisy right here, but when I ride my bicycle by right there, you know, real frequently when I leave town, I ride my bike right past Noah's Ark right here. When I ride by, the dogs are all out in here and they can see me and they're barking at me, but I never post a video at them because really a lot of my videos are to document the dogs that actually come out in the road and, you know, on public property and try to attack or bite or chase me down the road or get too close to my bicycle. And those ones cause a safety hazard. And so I share those videos, and people say, well, why don't you share videos of the nice dogs? Well, the nice dogs aren't presenting a problem, you know, and so I don't, I just, you know, the majority of the dogs that chase me out into the road on my bicycle rides, I don't even upload because they, don't present that much of a danger. It's the ones that present more of a danger that I upload videos of them. But yeah, in this case, a lot of noise comes from this facility, and that's fine because they're all contained, and this is an adoption center. And so, but yeah, I want to show you the nice dogs, some of the nice dogs. Actually, this is where the most dogs are, where I ride by on my bicycle the most consistently. The most dogs are actually right here at Noah's Ark Animal Shelter. And so I want to show you these nice dogs, these well-contained dogs that just want a loving home. All right, so we're gonna walk right back through here. Walk back through here, look at the beautiful dogs. We're gonna go back out here with my daughter and look at the kittens. So as a cyclist, cats rarely present a hazard because, you know, they don't run up and get triggered by the mechanisms of the bicycle. But what does happen sometimes is you'll be riding along and the cat will run out in front of you. And I have a friend right here in Gainesville who that happened to. The cat came out in the road while he's riding his bike and he hit the cat, fell down and broke his leg. So animals do account for a large percentage of bicycle riding accidents. But usually it's not like the dogs. They don't do it on purpose. With the cats, it's always on accident. They're just running out from under a car. You don't expect them and you hit them on the bicycle.
If you got to choose which one to adopt,
that one's the one I would adopt right there, I think. But you know, there are practical considerations, and you're right. It does have it has longer fur, and so it would shed more fur, and there would be more to clean up. And the one you like has got really short fur, so there's less fur to clean up. Yeah, but I like his little. I like that little white spot on his mustache.
On his mustache.
Yeah, kind of a mustache.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like half a mustache, a white mustache. Right there. Yeah. So.
He's a little scratcher.
Yeah.
He kind of scratched my hand.
Yeah. Very sweet.
So the adoption fee for cats is $50, is that right? What about for dogs? 100, okay, and that covers spay and neuter and their first vet visit, basically.
Well,
y'all do a lot of vet stuff.
So we do all of their shots. Everything is up to date.
Yeah.
Of course, spay and neuter.
Yeah.
Flea and tick prevention for cats. Heartworm for dogs.
And these are the particularly shy cats that need a little more work than some of the others. They're young and they're just shy, especially that white one right there. But this is the room with the shy cats. And we come in here and try to get them a little more tame and used to people so that they'll be more adoptable. And Charlie's just full of love to share, and the cats are full of love to share with her. You want me to get that cat off of you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's get it on now. Hopefully his claws won't get on you, but here we go. All right. There you go, kitty cat. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are in front of Noah's Ark Animal Shelter. We've just gone inside and we've looked at some of the animals. Now we're back outside. But I ride my bike by here real frequently. Every time I leave town and head north on the gravel roads. And I always hear the dogs barking, and I just, you know, I don't post videos about it because they're not out in the road attacking me or running up on me presenting a hazard, but they are right here. We've probably got the biggest concentration of dogs that I come close to and that bark at me from the road, and they're all good dogs, and so that's why I don't put them on video, because they don't present, they're not out in the road on public property, and I'm not having an issue with them. And so, but what we do on a regular basis is we do come here. Well, we used to come here more often than we have lately, but we do come here and help to socialize the dogs. And I've brought my this is my youngest daughter I've got with me now, but my oldest daughter, even when she was 3 or 4 years old, I would bring her here and we would just pet. They love to come here and pet the cats and dogs, which is really good for the animals to help socialize them and make them more adoptable. So it's really kind of a charitable thing that we do. The dogs you know, we would love to adopt them all, but at the same time, we understand that by just giving them love and attention, that makes them more socialized and more adoptable. So that's why we're here today. And it's something I should really do is share the positive interactions I have with dogs and cats more often than the negative ones, because on my website, Outdoor Smiths, you know, I keep my camera going all the time, but you know, it's actually one of my self-defense weapons. The camera is. It's something that I use because what'll happen is dogs will come out in the road and attack me, and I'll fight them off, and then someone will accuse me of animal abuse just because I'm defending myself in the middle of the road. And so then I have the video footage to prove that no, it's actually self-defense. And they'll say, oh well, I've been accused of, what have I been accused? I've been accused of all kinds of ridiculous stuff that, you know, I don't even address because it's so off the wall. But one of the things is, one of the things I've been accused of is provoking the dogs, as if I'm doing something to cause them on purpose to run out in the road and attack me, which is ridiculous because, you know, I'm riding by on the bicycle. The bicycle's got the mechanisms that may trigger dogs' natural instincts to chase, but am I doing anything to provoke? No, I'm just riding my bike, minding my own business. And so when they see the mechanisms and the wheels of the bicycle, they come out in the road and attack, and I've got to defend myself. And some people say, well, you know, if you're defending yourself, it provokes the dogs. Well, you know, I can't let the dog bite me. You know, I don't really understand why some people feel like I should let them gnaw my other leg off before I defend myself, because I ride such long distances, maybe over 100 miles on a ride, day after day. And then if I'm attacked by dogs, well, you know, people say, well, you should avoid the areas where the dogs are. Well, I don't know where the dogs are. Dogs are everywhere. Anytime there's a house, I've just got to be on alert and be ready. And usually dogs don't come out running, but you know, sometimes they might one day and may not the next, you know. So maybe they don't for months and months, and maybe they're contained and then one day they're not, you know. So I can't predict that. That's something I can't tell if a dog if it's been contained one day or not when I'm on a bicycle ride. So anyway, that's one of the ridiculous accusations that I've dealt with, is people accusing me of provoking them, which I've never done, never provoked. I've never provoked a dog, but the bicycle does inherently trigger a dog's natural instinct to chase. And so how that dog is going to go about chasing, I can't ever predict. Maybe they'll just run out to the property line and stop, or maybe they'll come out in the road and wag their tails, or maybe they'll come out and try to bite me. I just can't tell. But even when I ride past this place, it triggers a response from the dogs. They see me and they bark, but you know, they're all behind a fence, and so they can't come out in the road and bother me. But there are a lot of dogs here, and they're great dogs, and this is obviously a real responsible animal shelter. You never heard of an animal shelter that just lets the dogs run wild in a pack, and so they don't do that here either. But some people do out in the country, or you know, even in town, you know, even despite animal control, some people will let their dogs go after they feel like animal control gets off work. So anyway, so we're just out here spreading our love to the doggies and the kitties. And so I'm gonna go back in here with my daughter, and we're gonna pet and love on these dogs and cats. All right, so I got the cat room all to myself here at Noah's Ark. My daughter just went into the shy cat room with some other kids that are here. The shy cats are more scared of people than these cats right here. These cats, they are ready for adoption, but the shy cats are actually the best cats to bring the kids into to interact with, because they need to develop some of the social skills that will make them more adoptable, you know. So yeah, we come here, other people come here with their kids, you know. Kids get bored in the summer. This is a great place to bring them, to just love on these animals and make them more adoptable. So that's what we're trying to do. You know, if a dog comes running out into the road at your car, you're not in danger of it biting you. But when you're on a bicycle, it has access to your body, and it can easily, if it runs under the bike, it's gonna probably cause you to crash. So there are just a lot of issues that we as cyclists have to deal with that most people don't
really consider and think about. A lot of people do consider and think about it, but some people are only able to see the world from their own limited perspective, which doesn't include riding a bicycle, unfortunately. So, but it's an important thing that I do for my health and exercise. And, you know, missing a leg, I don't have that many options compared to if I had 2 real legs, options of how to exercise, but I really do ride that bicycle a lot of miles, and I enjoy it. And I do have to be prepared to defend myself from anything that could happen. But as far as cats, you know, they just don't attack, so you don't have to defend yourself against cat attacks. But you do have to worry about them possibly, you know, inadvertently running under your tires and causing you to crash. And with the dogs, they, you know, there's just a lot of different situations that present themselves. A lot of the videos on my YouTube channel that I share are of dogs that just come out into the road and attack. And I'm not doing anything to provoke them, but the bicycle can sometimes trigger something in the dog's mind that makes it want to chase after you and sometimes attack. And so most of the interactions I have with dogs when I'm riding my bike, I don't even post on YouTube or Facebook because they just aren't that big of a deal. You know, a dog may run out in the road but not get anywhere close to me. But, you know, if it comes up running at me, charging and running at me, then I might post that video. But it's not like I'm out there, you know, with my video camera provoking dogs, trying to create these videos. No, not at all. I've got the camera running all the time. And in those situations that occur, they don't occur on every bicycle ride, but when they do, sometimes I will post those videos, which I've been doing over the years. And so they help a lot of people out. There's people in other countries that appreciate it, and they learn, you know, how to deal with these situations based on how I deal with them, which may not be the way everybody wants to deal with them, but there are ways that work for me that I feel safest with. You know, we all have our own self-defense strategies, and my strategies seem to be pretty good and help a lot of other people come up with their self-defense strategies too in specific dog attack situations. Yeah, don't scratch on don't scratch on my leg right there, please, kitty cat. Yes. Thinking my leg's a scratching post. No, the artificial leg, you can scratch on that all you want. Got my leg peg here. You scratch on the leg peg all you want. Yeah. What are you doing with my leg there? See, he's just such a playful cat. Now he wants to chew on my shoe. Yep, you want to chew on my shoe, don't you? Yep. Y'all playing a little rough there, kitty cats. A little too rough.
Jackie. Oh, no, not you.
Be careful, you don't want its claw to get your eye. But it got your shirt, didn't it? Uh-oh, looks like we got one right here. Wanting to crawl on me.
Okay.
That one went for it. You ready to go home?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Thank you so much.
Of course, have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Bye, Hazel.
All right, well, there you go. Noah's Ark. So, great animal shelter with lots of loving critters to adopt. So, consider it. Consider adopting a cat or a dog.